Hello, today is still March 23rd, 2024, and this is part 2, 2025, sorry. And this is part 2 of my adventure into Boston today at the Trinity Church. And this part 2 is going to be more about the Martin Luther King statue, if I can get over there, because there's so many one-ways in Boston. You can get there faster walking a lot of times because the one-ways lead you in the wrong direction, which it just did to me, which is why I started the video over. Anyways, right there behind the John Hancock building, in front of the John Hancock building, this building here, this church is being renovated, or it's a destruction project, one or the other. I'm back coming across Com Ave here. And I'm going to take the left onto Com Ave and go around the Boston Garden, not the Boston Garden, Boston Public Garden, and then I'm going to go around the Boston Commons. So this area here is so pretty. Like when it snows, they have the Christmas lights out. It's one of the most beautiful areas. I've always been so super proud of being from Boston, and recently I just feel like it's such a nightmare. I just feel like it's been so co-opted by these radical leftists and these people that have these crazy ideas, and like all of the brainwashing that's been going on, and it seems very deep state to me right now. Extremely deep state to me. So right across there, through the trees, you can see the statue of Paul Revere. That's the Boston Public Garden. I'm going to take the right-hand turn and stick by the Boston Public Garden. There's probably going to be a lot of people out walking, even though it's butt cold out today. It's up to 40 degrees now, but the wind is like whipping, which is part of why I didn't do this video while I was still walking around. So that building in the background, that light bluish one, that's brand new. I don't even know what that is. I mean, it's not brand new, but it's definitely less than 10 years, 15 years old. I think less than 10. When I was in high school, I was always down in this area because I used to take the subway a lot more than I do now, and it was so easy for me to just pop in here. Now it's like much more of a project to come into Boston. I don't want to get on the subways anymore. I'm not comfortable on the subways anymore. They not only are the crime rates up, but they are also really in bad shape. Really in bad shape. So they have been stopping, and there's been fires on them, and well, I guess that might have been a couple of years ago, but it's still in bad shape. And I'm sorry I'm keeping you at this light for so long. So yeah, I have done a lot of anti-activist protests in this area. I've done a lot of freedom protests in this area, and so I'll tell you a couple of those stories while we're sitting here in traffic. Oh no, I don't think this is gonna work. This is gonna be so much traffic. I didn't expect to do this. Yeah, getting around this corner is just gonna be bad. All right, here we go. So a few years ago, actually one of the last protests we did as anti-activists, Mass Bay anti-activists, we came out, a small group of us came out, and we were protesting at the Bernie Sanders. We weren't protesting Bernie Sanders per se, but we thought there'd be a good crowd there for Bernie Sanders, so we wanted to get out and like raise awareness on the harms of circumcision and the benefits of the intact penis. So I'm switching gears big time right now. So we actually were protesting. We're going to go by a spot that I have a couple stories, so I'm going to tell you both of them as I sit in traffic. So one time we were protesting over on the corner opposite this one that I'll probably be at in about 20 minutes. And we climbed up onto these posts. These posts that are, you know, kind of like these ones over here, but much taller. There's this wrought iron fence all the way around. And my friend David, I was up there for a little bit, but I wasn't comfortable up there, so I got down. But my friend David was young and spry, and he climbed up on it, and he was standing there with his bloodstained man suit on and his protest signs, and some kid came running at him and tried to push him off. And do you see those spikes along there? So that was a really scary day. And luckily we had my friend Ken was with us that time. He was older and very strong man, but I think he's, in the past few years I haven't heard from him, so I don't know how his health is doing. But he was very strong when I met him, and he started getting into it with the kid, protecting David. So that was good that he was there for that. But David, I never saw anybody jump off a post so fast. It was like a high post. I'll show you when I get there. And then we were at that same corner, a different time, and we might have been on the post that time too. There might have been a couple people up on the post that time too. But it was during this Bernie Sanders one, which was January 2020, right before the world became ridiculous and out of control and screeching halt. So there's a statue right there. But there was a group of motorbikes, like illegal street bikes. Some of them were like actual motorcycles, but most of them weren't even. Most of them were like, I don't even know. Can I go that way? I think so. They put a parking lane in the middle of the street, so it's making it confusing to me. But they came out of nowhere and they started going like backwards in the traffic, and oh, there we go. I found it. Another thing is, we used to do Foreskin Pride, so we used to come marching this way for Foreskin Pride. I was in the thick of the pride parades, not because I was gay or anything like that, but because we were out there raising sexual awareness on the benefits of the intact penis. So we were like the only group that was still shocking people at the time. All right, so this right here, I'm coming up on the corner where the posts were. Right there, those posts right there at the gate. So that's where my friend David was standing up when he almost got attacked by someone. We also did a number of other parades through Boston, and not necessarily scheduled ones. So there was a big group march through the streets of Boston in 2020 and 2021. There was a bunch of them, and it was so incredible. There was so many people out. We came out in droves. There were like hundreds of us marching through the streets of Boston for freedom and for, you know, to end the lockdowns, and hundreds and hundreds. You can see the State House right up there. And I am keeping in mind the fact that my uploading skills are kind of limited at the moment. That's still the Boston Public Garden over there. You can see the bridge and the swan boats. And then I'm gonna go over here to the right, and I'm gonna go up by the State House. I think I'm gonna have to do a part 3 because my uploading is really bad right now, since I only have the iPad and I don't have a laptop anymore, and it seems like 10 minutes is the best upload time. So I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna do 3 videos, 10 minutes each, in lieu of my one that I used to do, 1.5 hour one. So hopefully you watch all 3. If not, Be sure to like, share, subscribe, do the thing.